Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. This is Marissa, Filipino wife in America. Today we are going to talk about a different topic about how to bring your pet or your dog to the Philippines or back to the Philippines. I remember when we came over, she was little and now she is still little. She doesn't really gain a lot of weight. Why do I make this video? Because we plan to go back to the Philippines for vacation. However, with the requirements that the Philippines is or has been imposing, I think it is impossible for us to bring her back to the Philippines because as of now, she actually has an illness which we don't know where she got that from. She just had that in 2020. When we were in the Philippines, she didn't have that. Then when we came over, she never had that too. But in May 2020, she started to have seizures. It lasted for about 5 minutes or something, 3 to 5 minutes. So when she had that, we right away brought her to the veterinarian. And right now, she's on medication. She's taking pills in the morning and in the afternoon. Now, my problem when I want to bring her again back to the Philippines is the microchipping, because the first requirement is microchip. When we came over, there was nothing like that. If you remember, when we came over in 2019, I made a video on how to bring your pet here in America. So during that time, there was no microchip. You just had to bring the passport. So what is in the passport? We have the picture, the card for vaccination record, and the rabies record.
Rabies.
So those are the only things that we had back then in 2019. I would say it was easier to bring your pet here in America. Now, when I looked into the requirements on how to bring back the pet to the Philippines, it's complicated because with our dog here, she is so vicious. Every time we go to the doctor, she is sedated. You can't touch her. You can't pet her. You cannot do anything. So now, since she has the illness, every year we go to the doctor for checkup, and every year she is sedated. So thinking about the microchip, if she's going to have the microchip, she's going to be sedated again. And I don't like that to happen because I don't want to see her being sedated all the time because she gets weaker and weaker. Now, if you want to travel with your pet back to the Philippines, whether you are a Filipino or a foreign national, if your pet is small like our dog, she was with us in the cabin when we were traveling coming here in America. And I'm sure when we go back to the Philippines, she would surely be in the cabin with us. But my problem is the microchip. She can't tolerate pain when she is not sedated. She would really react. And when she reacts, she bites sometimes. So here, I'm going to give you the requirements. If you want to bring your pet back to the Philippines, whether you are a foreigner or you're a Filipino owner, so here are the requirements for you. So Philippines pet passport and import regulations. Number 1 requirement is pet microchip. This is what I said, which I cannot make it in my dog because she needs to be sedated and I don't want that to happen. Number 2, vaccinations. Your dog or cat must have a Rabies Certificate reflecting a current rabies vaccination administered between 30 days and 12 months prior to import to the Philippines. Number 3, you need to have an import permit. You must obtain a sanitary and phytosanitary import clearance from the Bureau of Animal Industry in advance of your pet's arrival to the Philippines. This permit is valid for up to 3 pets and for 2 months. So if you plan to stay in the Philippines for 2 months, you're good to go. Yes, because the permit lasts for 2 months. Now, if you are a Filipino owner, you will also need to submit a notarized affidavit of undertaking. So this is how the notarized affidavit of undertaking looks like. If you are a foreign national, you will need to submit an undertaking for foreign importers form. So this is how it looks. Number 4, rabies titer test. The Philippines does not require a rabies titer test or RNATT for pets entering from any country. This is good. So number 4, rabies titer test is not required when you go to the Philippines with your pet. Number 5, health certificate. Within 30 days of entry, the veterinary certificate for the Philippines must be completed by a licensed veterinarian in your country and endorsed by the USDA or the CFIA if you are entering the Philippines from the United States or Canada. If you are entering the Philippines from another country, your veterinarian can advise you of the endorsement procedure. The health certificate and the import permit should be presented to the quarantine officer on duty upon arrival at the airport in Manila. Number 6, internal and external parasites. Ticks and tapeworm treatment must be performed within 48 hours of entry to the Philippines. If your dogs are found to have ticks and tapeworm, the treatment must be done within 48 hours upon arrival to the Philippines. Puppies and kittens. The Philippines require that puppies and kittens are 4 months of age and vaccinated for rabies at least 30 days prior to entering the country. You can also find these requirements in pettravel.com. Just type in Philippines and then go. You can see the requirements if you want to bring your pet back to the Philippines. Whatever, like dogs, birds, cats, name the pets. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you will be notified on my next video. See you!